This is a place for planting, for digging, for harvesting, for relaxing. It's a place to get your hands dirty, but most of all, it's about having fun. And that's what you'll always have when you're in the garden with Doug Oster. You want a green thumb too, don't you? I don't know about you, but it usually takes me till about July 4th to get my garden just where I want it. That's just the way it goes. It was nice to have those 3 days to work in the garden, get things together, but we're going to continue with some summer garden maintenance. And the best thing we can do for our annuals, like these little dahlias, is something called deadheading, and that's just removing the spent flowers. And I'm always asked, well, how far do I cut down? Each flower is a little bit different, but as long as we cut this bud off, that's a flower from probably, I don't know, 2 days ago. It's done. When we cut this off, it makes the plant want to make more flowers. And there's nothing to it. We're just going to cut it so it looks nice. Take these off. Got a couple more to do. And then we'll start on another job. So this one looks kind of ugly, but there is a little bud there. I'm going to wait. Cut away as much of this as I can to force some more blooms. And actually, before we do go to our next job, I see there's a couple other things to do over there as far as deadheading is concerned. That looks good. Take this one in. It's pretty. So it's funny, when I was over there, I thought I didn't have any deadheading to do because I was looking at these million bells and the petunias, which I don't worry about. Breeders have made them so they shed their flowers pretty good, but this osteospermum here, little daisy, it can do with our help to cut away this. Yes, our help. And keep it blooming all summer long. All right, now we can go to another job. That looks good. I think I got them all. We got a great surprise here. This rose I thought I lost in the polar vortex, but this year it has popped up. I don't know if that means from the roots or there was a seed. I don't know what it is. But the number one thing we can do on our roses is give them the water they need, but also the fertilizer. And I use nothing but this rose tone. It's organic, it's cheap, it's easy to find. That's $8 right there. Once a month, I'm going to put this rose tone on here and hopefully bring this thing back to what it was. And it was way up there before, so we'll see what we can do. And I got a couple other roses to do too. We'll just sprinkle it in here and then scratch it in afterwards. So I've been using those granular products from the company called Espoma. That's the rose tone, holly tone, flower tone, tree tone, tomato tone. But now they have a new liquid version, and I like to use liquid organic fertilizers for my containers. This is a concentrate. This is going to last me all summer long, just a couple squirts to a couple gallons of water. And we got some good rain the other day, so these are watered. Now I'm just going to give them a little bit of fertilizer. And everything gets a drink of this, and it's going to make a big difference over the year. Feed me. Feed me. I'm feeding you. Well, before we go to do some planting, I wanted to show this off. This is our spiller in this container. And man, it is blooming like crazy. This is Lysimachia, something we never want to let escape into the garden because we'll never get rid of it. But even in this condition here with maybe 3 hours of sun, it's blooming like crazy and it's just absolutely beautiful. Now the fun part, planting. One of my favorite things about gardening is trying new weird stuff. And I had a garden friend that gave me this seed. It's called agreto or agretti. It's an Italian green, and I don't know anything about it. I don't know what it tastes like, but we're going to plant it and see. Of course, the other great thing about having a garden is nibbling on things like these chives out here. And what's funny about this vegetable bed is it's more about perennial flowers, which I found spots for. Someone sent me this nice Monarda to trial, and I wanted to have a good spot for it in the sun. And what I had in here were snow peas that were done. And I just picked those a couple days ago. As soon as something's out, we've improved with compost. And now we're going to try our agreto. And I'm really excited about this because it's fun to eat things that you don't know anything about and serve to people. You can say, oh, I brought this back from Italy. This is agreto. And I'm going to have fun growing it. I'm going to scratch this seed in, give it some water, and then we're just about done. Always nice to see lots of worms in the garden, and they're all over the place. That means the compost is working. Can't wait to see what these are like. All right, I'm just gonna put some water on. Well, it's been a great start to the season. We're picking tomatoes here. I hope you're gonna start soon yourself. Now check me out online, because you're not gonna be able to see my videos for a couple weeks, as I'm headed for Canada to take people to explore the gardens of that beautiful country, and you can follow along right with me at my blog. Till next week, I gotta get packed. We'll see you then.